The Brooklyn Nets just fired Steve Nash. YouTube, what's going on? It's Gaithers back with another video. And listen, before we get into it, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe if you're new, hit notification bell, comment down below, all that good stuff. Okay, this is a very fast put together video because this news just dropped not 5-10 minutes ago. Okay, so it's just reported by Shams and Woj and all them that Steve Nash and the Nets have agreed to part ways. Okay, and I'm not buying that they agreed to part ways. I think they just fired him because, if we're being honest, he has done a terrible job. You know, it's weird because he's a guy who's one of the best point guards of all time, and you know, one of those guys that is really, really good for just holding an offense together. And he wasn't good at it. But usually those type of guys, you know, they're gonna transition well to being coaches, but not at all, man. I mean, he barely ran anything. I mean, last season playing Kevin Durant like 48 minutes a game. Not good player development. Not good connections with the teammates. I mean, you know, Kevin Durant, you know, wanted him fired, you know, this last offseason. Not good connections with teammates. It was just a lot of stuff that he was not good with, and it was all isolation, right? It was all like, you know, KD, Kyrie will get a bucket. They were never getting no easy buckets for him. Never running no place and nothing. So I think it's gonna be good for the Nets if they find a new head coach. I don't foresee in the future Steve Nash getting another job anywhere. It just doesn't really make sense. I mean, if he wants to, it might maybe get an assistant somewhere, but he's not going to be a head coach anytime soon, I would say. I mean, he's one of the worst coaches, if not the worst head coach in the league, right? But now that we're done bashing Steve Nash, let's get into the other news. So it said they were reported looking at guys, the two main guys. It said Quinn Snyder and Ime Udoka, which is weird to me because I didn't think Ime Udoka would get another coaching job. I don't know if it's a good look on the Nets. Now, coaching standpoint, just from a coaching standpoint, I think he's a phenomenal coach. He was one of the best coaches last season for sure. Helped get that Celtics team on track. But the issue at hand is, if that's one of the main guys they're looking at, they have the other issues. I'm sure everything that was dealt with him and with the Celtics staff member, I don't think that's fully resolved yet. Because I think they said, you know, it might have been, I don't know. I really don't know, right? It's still a lot we don't know about that situation. And you know, if it was SA or the R word, if you know what I mean, then that's not a good. If it ends up coming out that that's what it was, it's not a good look if they're hiring him, right? But Quinn Snyder, I don't know how I feel about Quinn Snyder. I definitely think he'd be a better fit than Steve Nash. But the thing with him is he not the best defensive coach, I would say. He's not terrible, but I think the Nets need a really good defensive coach, and that's one of the things for Ime Udoka. If all his stuff is cleared, it's fine. All his that off court stuff is fine. Just as a coaching standpoint, he's a great defensive coach, right? Absolutely great defensive coach. Help that Celtics team get to one of those that top defensive team. But the thing is Ime Udoka is the players like him. He's going to make the players work. That's another thing the Nets need. The Nets need a coach who's going to hold them accountable. Kind of like how the Lakers needed that with Darvin Ham. And Quinn Snyder, he's not much of a defensive coach, right? Because, you know, the Jazz defense all those years was just, you know, they didn't have great defenders either, but it was people getting ran past and Rudy do everything on defense, right? But Quinn Snyder's definitely not a terrible coach by any means, right? So, I mean, he almost won Coach of the Year a couple years ago. So, I think that's still a solid option, right? He's more of a respected head coach in the league, I would say. Ime Udoka, I think Ime Udoka would definitely be the best fit if all of his stuff of that off court and that situation with the Celtics is finished. Because, you know, that's pretty huge, right? I mean, we think about how the Celtics fired this guy when he just helped them get to the finals and was a great presence in the locker room, the players of him, all that stuff. So it's definitely a risk, I think. But I really don't think at this point you can get any worse than Steve Nash. I think they said Jacques Vaughn he's going to be like the interim for tonight until they find somebody new to hire. I don't think any of the assistants you have, I don't know about much of the assistants they have, but I don't think they will need to be the head coach. I think you need a new guy to come in and run it. You don't need somebody that's already on Steve Nash's systems and all that. But yeah, I think if Ime Udoka's situations it's not good, you bring in Ime Udoka. Or if you can't bring in Ime Udoka, you definitely bring in Quinn Snyder. Let me see here. Let me go to Woj's Twitter because I want to see if any more news has dropped while I'm recording this. See if there's been any more news. Now it looks like, yeah, he was fired. Yeah, it still says Ime Udoka, Quinn Snyder, among others. I'll be looking at it. It says Boston will let Udoka leave for another job. So yeah, man, I don't really know. On that note, that's the main thing I want to talk about Steve Nash. I think that this is a good decision for the Nets to help get them back on track. And the one other thing I want to cover while we're covering these weird topics is Josh Primo. I don't know if he's going to get picked up or not. Because it was reported that they said that he was revealing himself to female employees or something like that inappropriately. And this is a guy he's what, like 19 years old, right? I would assume if he's denied allegations, then I don't really know how that's gonna happen. I feel like with the Spurs, they just let him go, and I don't think any other team wants to take that chance. Maybe somebody will take a shot at him because he was just a lottery pick, but I don't foresee him getting picked up either. He says, he's an unrestricted free agent at this time, but I don't see him getting picked up. I think that's like another thing with Ime Udoka is like it's just a bad look if you're picking these guys up, right? I feel like Josh Primo's a little bit worse because Ime Udoka is all. I feel like that's all speculation. Same maybe with Josh Primo, but I don't know. It's kind of a different situation, so we'll see on that standpoint. But yeah, that mainly covers. I mean, this is a bit of a shorter video, but I really just want to get that information out and cover it right quick. Beat everybody else to the punch. So I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all let me know who y'all think the Nets should hire. I'm not as big with all the coaches around the league, so y'all can let me know about that. And I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.